created me, perfectly shaping me.
Welcome to the New Song Cafe at worshiptogether.com. Today we're here with Matt Hammitt from the band Sanctus Real, and he'll be playing his new song, Let It Bring You Praise. So we hope you enjoy this New Song Cafe. Matt, good to see you, man.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Man, we're used to seeing you with your band Sanctus Real, but today we're actually listening to some songs that you've stepped aside from the band for a season just to focus in on writing some songs that have a tremendous story behind the songs and some things that have gone on in your family's life. So kind of just bring us all up to speed on kind of what's been happening in the last year or so and kind of how these songs were birthed out of that experience.
Yeah, on April 12th of last year, my wife and I found out that our third child, who was unborn at the time, a little boy, had a severe heart defect called hypoplastic left heart. And so from April 12th until September 9th, we had doctor's visits all the time, and they kept telling us all different kinds of things. You know, at one point, they thought he wouldn't make it. At one point, they told us he had Down syndrome, and, you know, kept on getting all these different things from doctors, and it was just a real time of uncertainty for us. We knew that no matter what, we would trust God through it all, but it was still tremendously hard for us to hear that news and to wait and to be waiting, you know, for several months to find out what would actually happen with our son, whether or not he would survive. And so from April 12th to September 9th, I ended up writing a handful of songs about all the emotions that I was experiencing. You know, some of the sadness, learning to trust God in the middle of all that. I wrote a song for my son, a song for my wife, as she walked through it. And then some of these songs really were just kind of out of that pain really came some praise. And it's really been neat what has come out of this experience.
And there's not a ton of songs for the church around suffering. There's not a lot of songs that are written with that theme, but yet those are sometimes some of the most powerful songs. And of course we're in those spaces in the times of our lives where we need that type of voice to sing those songs back to God. So today we're actually listening to a song, Let It Bring You Praise, which is written, it's kind of out of that struggle. You wrote that, and you know, despite all this, God, I'm going to bring you praise. Talk a little bit about this song specifically and kind of what was on your heart when you were writing this.
I was really just kind of meditating on Psalm 139, how God has knitted us together in our mother's womb. You know, we're fearfully and wonderfully made. And you really think about that in context of a child being born with a heart defect. It's a lot to think about, you know, to say, okay, God, you know, it's easy just to say, I'm fearfully and wonderfully made when I'm healthy, but what about the child that's born sick? And so that was a real moment for me to really meditate, really pray, and out of that, man, I just had so much assurance while writing this song that there was a purpose. You know, you look at John chapter 9, the man born blind, where Jesus specifically says that he was born that way so that the works of God would be displayed in him.
That's right. And
that's just so powerful. So, you know, I was thinking, Lord, you know what, no matter what happens in life or in death with me or my son, I'm going to trust you that you have a reason for this. Let this life and our family's life bring you praise in the middle of this. You know my son's heart. You knitted him together. Nobody else knitted that boy together. It was you, and we're going to praise you with our lives.
Wow. Well, man, play it for us. We'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
Lord, you created me, perfectly shaping me. I know my heart is safe in your arms. Lord, you know everything. So when I feel afraid, I put my faith in you. This life is yours to give, so with each new day, let every breath that I take, let it bring you praise, bring you praise. For I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and when you choose to take, let my every need. All that I am is because you are. You know my heart, you know my heart. Let it bring you praise, bring you praise. For I am fearfully and wonderfully made. And when you choose to take, let it bring you praise. Reminding the world that heaven awaits. Let it bring you praise. And here's the bridge. Before I was born, you number my days. The story is yours. I'm just a page. With every word I want to proclaim. Let my life proclaim. Let it bring you praise, bring you praise, and so on.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Man, really love that. I love that. I love the heart behind it as well. Walk us through, 3 or 4 chords there, but just kind of walk us through. Folks watching out there, they want to play this in church, and so kind of show us what you're doing there on those chords.
Super simple, just G, E minor, D, and C. I mean, are just the root chords of the entire song. And so, the verse just, Lord, you created me, perfectly shaping me. I know my heart is safe in your arms. So that's really simple. And the chorus is just G, D, C. So let it bring you praise, bring you praise. For I am fearfully and wonderfully made. So really simple song. The bridge starts in the E minor. Before I was born, G, you number my days. C, story is yours. I'm just a page. With every word I want to proclaim. Let my life proclaim. Super, super easy.
And you're kind of keeping the strings down on the B and E string on the 3rd fret. Just kind of keep that through the E minor, through the G and the C.
Yeah, which
kind of provides a little bit of
which is really common, I know, in a lot of the worship songs, but it gives it that extra. Just, it resonates in a way that's really, feels really full.
Yeah, man. But dude, thanks so much for coming by and sharing it with us.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Praise